Hello and welcome again to the worst YouTube channel ever, with the worst commentary and the worst gameplay ever. We have crappy quality and we have crappy things to talk about, and I promise you will have a miserable time. So if you want to have a miserable time, feel free to not watch this video. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. See, I believe it's on hard. Before I start talking, I started building the frame of my house, as we can see here, and I'm not really feeling it. I don't know how I'm pull that cross off, to be honest. But yeah, this is gonna take me ages to do, and I don't know how I'm gonna ever pull it off. But I guess we'll just have to see what. I don't know how I'm gonna pull that off at all. I'm probably have to delete. We'll erase it. Any hoosers. Let's get started. Last video I talked about my worst quality, which is procrastination, and I think I ended it with saying how I had to write a report on an event that impacted my life, and I still don't know if I want to talk about it right now because I already had to talk about it in college, give like a little give a little speech type of deal, you know, talk about it so I can get like peer evaluation. What am I doing here, Frank? Let's see. Let me count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's an odd number. Well, odd as in bad to work with. Let's see. Oh gosh, not good. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. Yeah. So, an event that impacted me, I guess I will talk about it today. Why not? Was my parents' divorce, and it's impacted so many kids throughout America. I mean, divorce is just so common nowadays. I mean, I wouldn't know what it's like, but I'd imagine back in like 1950 or something like that, you told, if a kid said that his parents are getting a divorce, that was a big deal, you know. But now it's just so common. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get up there. It's just so common to hear, you know what, my parents are already divorced, and it's, I don't know. I still think it probably, I don't know. I wonder if it has the same amount of impact on kids today as it did back then. I don't think this is going to turn out right. For me, it did have an impact. Me personally, I was raised in a Christian family, in a Christian home, and you know, from day one, that's all I was taught, was Christianity. And I'd always thought, in my mind, that I had the perfect family. Okay, that'll turn out okay. If I can get the dirt out, I'll get it later. I always thought I had the perfect family, you know, and when my parents said they were getting a divorce, it hit me out of nowhere, you know. It was the last thing I literally would have ever expected to happen, because, you know, one day everyone's just all happy and honky-dory, at least so I thought, and the next day they're getting a divorce, and it just hit me out of nowhere, and I kind of went into shock. And I'm not gonna say why my parents got a divorce, because that's personal stuff, but I remember going home and my parents told me to go ahead and sit down, and my mom said that she wanted a divorce. And I didn't believe her, you know. I'm in like zombie mode, because I thought I was in trouble, because you know, usually when you have your parents tell you to sit down, that obviously means you did something wrong. And I thought I did something wrong, so I'm thinking of all the things I did wrong, you know, like, did I steal the cookies from the cookie jar? You know, we didn't even have a cookie jar, but I was thinking that I might have stole the cookies from the cookie jar, no matter what. But okay, I'm gonna do that up there. But then she said she wanted a divorce, and I was in shock. Let's see, let me count this out. Where should I start it at? Maybe right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, so try this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a very pain in the butt to do. Oh, shnikes. It hit me out of nowhere. And I got, performance alert, curse you. I got really upset. Really upset. Because, I'm not going to say why they got a divorce, but the reason that they got a divorce was totally against what I was taught, you know, against my religion that I was taught. And it got me so angry inside. It went from shock to sadness, you know, bawling my eyes out like a little girl. Then I went numb, you know, I couldn't feel emotion, and from that numbness came like this anger and hatred towards everyone, not just my parents, but just towards everyone. I had this secret, you know, anger. Just, do I have any food? Just burning inside of me, and I let it eat at me too. I never once went to anybody about how I felt, and I just let it eat at me, which we'll get into the next video, what problems that have emerged from that and how it's affecting me now still. But I was so mad because sleep. I was so mad because, you know, you're taught your whole life to do one thing, but yet your parents are doing the exact opposite, you know, of what they tell you to do. You know, if they tell you not to go steal cookies from the cookie jar, and all these years they've been stealing cookies from the cookie jar, you know, you get kind of mad because I felt like they were very hypocritical. And I felt that way towards everybody, not just Christians, but just towards everybody, you know. I considered everyone a liar. I figured they're not as what they seem. They're all lying to me. Everyone's got their own little dirty secrets to hide, you know, even me. And I do not know where I'm going with this at all. Oh man, let's start filling up the walls. Okay, I got enough wood. But I'm going to get rid of this wood. Let's see. Where was I at? I thought everyone was just hypocritical. Everyone was hypocrites, you know. And I hated going to church. But I loved it at the same time. Because, I mean, I just couldn't stand it. I was just so angry and I hated everyone. And you know what would really make me mad was when I was in high school. Or, whenever I go to social events. And I would see, you know, a kid and his parents, and they were just having so much fun together. I would hate that. So I would hate them so much because I had that not too long ago, just a couple months before, you know, thinking everything was perfect, but it wasn't, you know. And I had hated them, and I was jealous of that. And slowly, from just hating everybody, I just had so much anger inside of me. And I stopped believing in God, you know. On a side note, I'd stopped believing in God, and I couldn't handle it. And I became an atheist for a while, and I did that for about 3 years, and it wasn't until end of 11th grade, summer, towards 12th grade, that I realized that I myself was being a hypocrite and pretending that I was being a Christian and that everything was okay. And I realized that I had, you know, I was being a hypocrite. And it kind of opened up my eyes a bit. And, you know, I'd realized that, you know, everyone makes mistakes. And, you know, I shouldn't have to base it on, you know, I shouldn't have to be angry at everyone and be jealous of them. And so I was able to finally forgive my parents and forget about it. And I'm trying to get back on track with getting right with God, I should say, getting back a relationship. But it just, I don't know. That's the story of me and how divorce affected me. So, I mean, I wonder how it affects other people today. I mean, I know, like, couple of my friends, they have divorced parents, and they always told me like it never bothered them, you know, because like their dad was an alcoholic, or you know, it was good for the family. And I think that's just a shame that, you know, that they had parents like that. I mean, even if my parents got divorced, they still treated me good, you know. Like, I won't deny that. I was always treated good, and I was never mistreated. But I'm trying to think, where did we go wrong in America, or it's been okay to have such common divorce run rampant? Did I say that right? Where it's common to have divorce, is, you know, yeah. Where it's when did it become okay for everyone just to start divorcing? I think there's a statistic. There's like 51% of all couples will get a divorce. That's 51%. All right, you know, flip a quarter, and that'll tell you if you're going to be with your husband or wife. That's what statistics say. What the heck? What happened? What happened to morals and sticking through it thick and thin, for better or for worse? I mean, I can understand if like they ended up cheating. I think that's okay for divorce. If you ended up cheating, or that's okay for divorce. But I mean, go to couples counseling or whatever. You know, get help. Don't just throw in the towel immediately. Ugh, man, that just makes me so mad. Everyone just so quick to throw in the towel. No one wants to. Everyone just wants to throw the for better for worse right out the door. They don't care. They don't want to put the effort in. And that goes for both couples. I'm not just saying, you know, it's kind of hard if it's just one couple wanting to do all the effort. But you gotta talk things out. You know, you can't keep things to yourselves. And I don't know what else to say about it. I'm trying to think of like how you'd be able to stop divorce from being so common. I mean, all I can think of is just quit giving up on each other. You know, if I heard this on another YouTuber had said this, both couples need to give 100%. If the male is given 100% and the woman is only given 50%, well, that's not doing too well. You know, there's gonna be problems arising. And there needs to be both 100%. That's all I can think of. There needs to be both 100%. Because if not, you're gonna get problems, and you're gonna be in an unhappy relationship. So, I think, in my opinion, I think having the same religion definitely helps. Because I do think that if you guys are both in agreement, you know, on a spiritual basis, I think that'll help out a lot. I mean, I think what my family's problem was is they themselves steered away from it, and that created a lot of problems. And also, I think that they both weren't given 100%, and that also led to problems. My house is looking okay, I think. Oh man, that's bad. And so I think if couples had the same spiritual base, even if they weren't like both Christians, you know, just something. I mean, I think that helps out a lot. Both give 100%. Both fight through it thick and thin. And if couples are both loyal to each other, I think it's starting to look okay. Just gotta have the roof, and start designing it. If both couples, you know, are loyal to each other, are faithful, don't have so many secrets and lies. That's just gonna tear you apart. You know, marriage isn't something that's supposed to be easy. I think that's what maybe everyone's just so confused on the day from the movies. They think that, all right, they get married and happily ever after, baby. You know, no, it's not like that. You guys are gonna have problems. You know, and you guys just can't give up. You can't give up. You as a couple, you need to stick together. Maybe that would help with divorce rates. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But I gotta cut it short. And yeah, if whoever watches this, I thank you. It really means a lot. Those are my views on divorce, though, and that's a little bit about me. Thank you for watching this horrible video and horrible commentary. So if you hated it, let me know. If you loved it, don't let me know. Yeah. See you next time. I have another thing to talk about that's been on my mind. So.